All right. Well, I promised you I would show you under the bonnet of the Corrali Kronos, and I just needed to finish a few things off. Firstly, I want to say, guys, because of this coronavirus, it is difficult for me to get out and about. As you can hear, I still have a snotty nose and flu-like symptoms, so people freak out when they see me anyway. So really, like everyone else, we're looking out for our family and trying to get that right. I have got bashing videos that I've been trying to upload, but my broadband here at the end of the line, 30 miles west of Aberdeen in the mountains, is atrocious now because everybody is working from home, not just me, as I have done for the last 10 years, but everybody. So anyway, I wish you all the very best. I hope that this, if you do get this COVID-19, that it passes without any issues. On to the good stuff. Team Corrali Kronos. So, the story. I bought this truggy. I bought this new roller from Germany, 350 quid. I thought, whatever. And to be honest, I thought it's going to be Italian tap, but I'll put some cheap stuff in it and I'll just break it. I'll just bash it or speed run it or kill it, basically. When it arrived, I got to be honest, I was pleasantly surprised. All of the aluminium parts, so the shock towers and the chassis on this thing, are machined. They are better than armor, completely. Armor is all stamped and it's very cheap aluminium. This is good alloy and it's been properly machined. The hardware is acceptable, i.e. the screws, the nuts, the bolts. The plastic is also good. It's a different plastic to armor, but it is still a good plastic. So what have I done? So basically, I've done my usual Chevy C10 body. I've done a green on the side without any flake in it, and then a black down the middle with a ton of flake in it. I'm pretty pleased, but then again, my kind of spraying is it's just to my taste. It's not a perfect body either. I don't ever profess to doing that stuff perfectly. Armor tethers and body pins, and it's got some really nice bumpers. I think they're POS. No, they're not. They're 3M. 3M do these themselves. Really nice bumper, and the rear one is a bumper and skid plate incorporated. I did have to drill 2 extra holes at the front there, but it's all good. The wheels are old truggy wheels I got off a old Hobby Wing truggy. I forget what it was called, Marauder or something, but I never used them. They were brand new, so I've stuck them on. I've vented them and stuck them on, and I've just tested it in the driveway, and it's good. Under the hood, what have I done? So I got some comments. I think there's a whole load of Corrali followers out there, which is great. I love finding out new stuff like that, having been predominantly an armor guy. There are Corrali folk out there, and they wanted to know what I did to the diffs. All I did was just add a shim here and there. I've got a whole video on diff bulletproofing. It's very easy. You just basically take out the slop from the spider gears by putting an extra shim, one in each side. That's it. I mean, that is it. What I have done is put some really nice silicone oil in these 3 diffs because they come with a tiny bit of grease. You will ruin your diffs if you buy one of these ready to run, and they are cheap, ready to run. Model Sports, just over 500 quid, I think, and I think they're massively worth it. It is different from a Creighton, but everything I've had to do, take diffs out or whatever, has been really easy to do. The plastics are a good quality, the diffs seem to be a good quality. The shocks are phenomenal. I mean, I've got to be honest, this is out of the box shock tuning. I'm not used to that. Normally I fiddle about, and they're pretty much perfect out the box. What have I done electronic wise? Oh, before I move on to electronics, one interesting thing to note is these rear dog bones. They have a little bit of plastic tubing, classic Italian, to kind of take up the slack. So the rear drive shaft is a bit skinny on the stock car. So this is a GPM drive shaft for an Armour Limitless, but an Armour Limitless drive shaft, of course, will fit on here. This is bigger and thicker. And I've just put a little bit of silicon tube, which we use in the boating world. Let's see if I can show you some. Bit of YouTube gold. Silicon tube, here you go, silicon tube. Yeah, chop that about 3 mil, 3.5 mil, 4 mil in each end. And that's taken out a little bit of slack that there was in this, and that's fitted perfectly. I've gone with a Power HD 20 kilogram servo because I think they're brilliant. Alloy servo horn. I've gone with a Reedy 1515 2000 kV 4S motor, and I've gone with a Castle Creations Mamba X. They're like a mini 6S capable ESC, and they're pretty tough actually. The switches on them are pony. I don't know why Castle use these switches, they're crap, not waterproof at all. But the rest of the ESC is very good. So 6S capable. The motor might fry itself, but I'm running it on 4S, and I have to say it is well, just sublime on 4S. I mean, really sublime on 4S. So yeah, that's all gone very well. I've got 500k in the center diff. I've got 80k in the front diff and 20k in the rear diff, which is kind of my mix. That's how I like to drive. I've also got some 3 Triple M in Germany mud guards on the rear, and that's it. Just a nice C10 body to change the look. I've still got the Kronos body, which I will use for bashing. Try and keep this body a little while longer than usual. The Kronos body, nothing wrong with it actually. The Kronos body, nice, kind of velcros down. I put extra velcro on the side here. So that is my Kronos. They are great. They come pretty good, ready to run. You just need to do your diffs, but as an alternative, cheaper alternative to a Armour, very good, and more of a racing feel truggy. Very smooth, very poised, less crazy out of the box, but very nice to drive. Anyway, just let you have a wee gander, and then I will say peace.